Hello. This video is meant to provide a brief overview of the WFUM grant process and offer tips for creating a strong grant application. Staff support for WFUM is provided by the UMass Amherst Alumni Relations Office. Women for UMass Amherst is a network of alumni that promotes the advancement of campus programs that provide access, support, and opportunity for UMass Amherst students, with preference to those projects that positively impact UMass Amherst women and their respective communities. This is the mission of WFUM. The grant process. All funds for the grant groups come from donations to WFUM. 100% of donations are used for grants. Grants are submitted in academic works and reviewed by the WFUM steering committee members. Top grant proposals have their planning teams invited to meet the committee and talk more about their projects. After the meeting with grant groups, decisions are made by WFUM for the amount of funding that they will provide and for what projects. The application pool is as competitive as the group of grants submitted. Don't focus on how many others may be requesting funding. Focus on the quality of your grant proposal and making it as strong and detailed as you are able. Grant applications are reviewed twice a year. Grant basics. Spell check your grant submission. Have someone unfamiliar with your project review your draft to help find spots that could use more explanation. Team. Involve individuals who are dedicated to your program and project's development and implementation. They should have the time and the desire to be part of the project. Your project and program should fit into the time frame for the funding disbursement. Grant cycles happen twice a year. Half of the awarded funds for each group are dispersed shortly after grant decisions have been made by WFUM. The remainder of funds are dispersed after the project has been completed and documentation has been submitted to WFUM. The approved funds you need for your project are to be used in the manner outlined in your proposal. If you find that something costs less, then you will not have those extra dollars to save for another day. Submit your project by the deadline, start early and save your application, then do a final review before you submit it. What makes your proposal stronger? Programs that connect with the WFUM mission. Projects that support students, especially women. Projects that provide opportunity, an opportunity for many, not just one person. Proposals that provide access to something new, something better than is currently offered. Maybe it's to a new group who didn't have access before. Having a detailed application. The need and value of your program or project is explained. Make your case, making an impact with your funding. Maybe it's exposure to learning something different. Maybe it's expansion of an existing program or inclusion of more partners or a broader audience this time around. Team. Attempting a project with a team who has experience with collaboration and project planning, involving other groups and collaborating on a project to increase your audience. Collaborate for advice, help with promotion, and help for the day of the event or the program. Planning. Submit a proposal after you have researched costs, define steps in the process, and outline the steps to be taken to have the project happen. Use the most accurate estimates that you have. Find out the true costs of things or close estimates for costs of items on your budget, which could include catering, speaker fees, custodial fees, advertising, and so forth. Having numbers on your budget that are informed numbers rather than just large numbers that appear to not be based on research and planning is better. Have informed numbers on your budget. Understand the timing needed to deliver a large program or project. Broader impact. The reach of the project is larger and more diverse. It's not just for 2 or 3 people in our club. Involve others outside your club. Have the impact last longer than the event itself, maybe by recording it, sharing out content, having articles written about it. How can this information transcend just the one moment in time when the program took place? Wrap up thoughts. Start early and save your proposal. Do a final review before submitting it by the deadline. We understand that time it takes to build and work together to create projects and submit them for WFUM funding. We look forward to reviewing your applications in our next grant cycle. Important websites. Here is the address for the WFUM webpage, umass.edu/WFUM, where you can see details about previously funded projects and learn more about WFUM. You can also access Academic Works off of that page. Academic Works direct page is umass.academicworks.com, where you will log in and apply for your WFUM grant. Thank you today for your time and interest in WFUM and its grant process.